do that. But here I am doing another spontaneous live just because. So at this point in time, at all, but if you are here, let me know. I'm doing this not for subscribers only because so I'm sitting on top of a Jeep right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump down from here for a second and I'm gonna go into the car so you guys can actually hear me. And maybe I'll even turn the light on. Let's see. Hi, people. Yeah, I know that you can't hear me. I'm going to turn on the car. And actually, funnily, I don't even have a light in this car. So you can't really see me, can you? This is not successful at all. Oh yeah, there's no lights in this Jeep. I'm convinced that I have like a flashlight in here somewhere, but I actually have no idea where it is. But if you guys can see me in the dark, I want to say hi to you, and that's why I'm here. Maybe I'll drive for a second to somewhere that's just a little bit more full of light so that you guys can see me. Maybe that works a bit. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you guys here for a second because I'm not going to drive with my. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to say hi to you guys. So we're gonna drive for 2 seconds to a place that has just a little bit more light and not wind. And I just want to hear from you guys how you're doing. I want to hear all the things and catch up with you guys. And so you and I are going to go on a little ride to a place that has just a little bit more light. I love going to the desert at night, and as long as it's a safe place, this it's a safe place. But if you guys can't see me or hear me, there's absolutely no point. So give me 1 second. Seeing some familiar faces here. So happy to see Emma and Monica. You guys are so faithful and it's nice to always turn up. Really, so nice. Just leaving this little place so I can get to a place that has more light. Let's see. I think I can probably stop here. Yay. Okay, perfect. Yay, now we can see each other. That was a bit ridiculous. Okay. Hi, everyone. Now we can see each other. Let's see. Okay, just looking at all the people that arrived. So happy that you guys are here. Hey, Maurice and John Boyd, of course, and Monica. Hey, Emma. Yay! So happy you guys are here. So, honestly, just came up on this live to say hi and just talk to you guys a bit. So just saying hi to more people. I know I can't see you guys, but I can see you in my heart. I just came back from a dinner with friends, and it's so nice. It's funny how things change, The couple that are my friends, the guy, he was like my guy best friend for like years. Sweetest guy, and he found someone who was just spectacular and beautiful, and they have 2 kids now. And so I was having dinner with them and just came to a spot in the desert that I like before heading home. So I just wanted to say hi to you guys. That's funny, Emma. My avatar is a true representation of me. That's cool. So let's talk. I'll give you guys a little life update. If you guys want to ask questions, feel free to do so. I think I'm going to actually turn off the car because, there we go, just making a whole bunch of noise. That's very nice of you, Steve. That's so cute. That's very, very sweet of you. So how are we doing? Life is sort of busy right now in the best way. I don't know if I told you guys, but I sort of took down 2 clients. I'm a freelancer, and so I basically create content for a living. And so I reduced my workload in a sense. Wasn't a huge, huge portion, but it was enough that I sort of felt like whatever I was doing was keeping me behind a computer, and I didn't like it. I think I've told you guys this, a few times already, that it becomes challenging for me to just be behind a computer, and I just really don't like it. And so I'm really investing my time in just seeing people and going places and trying to be outside as much as I can because I think that that's good. Oh, and I'm gonna stop for a second. Wes CQ4B says, can you please pray for there not to be any storms and or disasters in Washington State today? I was not aware of the fact that the weather was not good, but I'm praying that the people will be protected, that they'll be out of harm's way, and that that there won't be casualties, that people will get to safety. I wasn't aware of the fact that it was like that. I'm very sorry. I don't know if you live there in Washington State, but I pray that you are safe as well. Hi, Oriel. I'm Igor. Hi, Igor. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you live finally for the first time. Yay. Much love, respect, and best wishes from Serbia, Southeast Europe. You are such a nice, lovely person. Cheers. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much, Igor. You're very much welcomed here. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm very, very, very grateful for all of my subscribers. I actually met a subscriber recently on the street. I was filming a reel for a client, and I guess she saw me with my camera and she came and said hi, and I was so delighted with it. I was so happy. I was like elated. I was like, oh my gosh, because you just don't know who's watching, right? Like you don't know. And I guess she volunteered here in Israel for a while and then left after I think, but whatever. She was watching the vlog for at least 3 years. So it was very cool for me to meet someone who's been watching. So that's really cool. Thank you, Emma. I'm pleased you are looking out for yourself, your well-being. I am trying. Yeah, when you live your life sort of a bit online and your whole work has to do with content and like you have to be on a device all the time, it's not, I don't know, it can become addictive, right? Like you can really get into that, but I really need to be outside. It's not good for me to be on devices all the time. Maybe I can put you guys down. Yay, hands-free. Don't know why I didn't do that earlier. But yeah, I'm really trying to sort of live life in a more organic way and not just online. Anita, hello, I'm new. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome. You're absolutely welcome here. What kind of vehicle are you in and has such a high roof? Well, I'm sort of short, and this is how high it is from my hand. It's a Suzuki Jimny, and it's not my car. It's my youngest sister and her husband's car. They're away on vacation, so now I have a Jeep for a while, and I'm so very happy for that. Edward says, I want to go to Israel so badly. Oh, yeah, I understand that. I hope that you are able to. I know it costs a lot of money for some people to be able to come here, and Israel is expensive, so that's not fun for people, but I hope that you're able to. Emma says, your report at the Yad Vashem was awesome. I'm so happy you saw that. I don't know if I can link it for you guys without this disappearing, but if you go to All Israel News, like on YouTube, you'll see it's one of the latest reports. I was very privileged to be able to go to Yad Vashem. For you guys that don't know, Yad Vashem is a Holocaust Memorial Museum, and it exhibits like from before the time of the war, how anti-Semitism developed, all the propaganda against us, the blood libels, and then all the way through the Holocaust. And they have different exhibitions as well in different places in Yad Vashem. And we were invited to a new exhibition, which is called Living Memory. And they basically collected over decades over 400 artifacts. So like furniture, artwork, stuff like that. And that basically, like wardrobes that people would hide in. Adolf Eichmann's like handprint and fingerprint when he was apprehended. Schindler's List, like a list of people that Schindler was trying to save, things like that. So it's a huge, like rare artifacts, and also just a privilege. And they didn't really invite a lot of press. They invited us as All Israel News, and we felt very privileged to be there. And then there was a performance by a 105-year-old Auschwitz survivor who's a composer and musician. Wow, insane. I had the privilege of meeting him and shaking his hand and saying hello. Oh my goodness. It's one of those moments that you just don't forget. It's just beyond. You're like, one day Holocaust survivors will not exist anymore, and we do preserve their memory. I come from a family of Holocaust survivors, so my grandmother, my great-grandparents, they survived the Holocaust. So I grew up with the mentality of it and also understanding how it affected them. And it's very hard. So to meet one that's still alive and still here it was a privilege for sure. Let's see. Is Israel safe? I mean, it's a funny way like to answer this question, but I mean, technically, yes. I'm in a place where I'm safe. Even as a woman outside, like I would be safe in most cities. It's like a relative safetyness, right? Like we're not at war now, but like war is always looming, and you could literally die anywhere. It's not that every single second your life is in danger. It's like, it's a country at war, but like it's not out of control and uncontained in different areas. It's like it's contained in an area and you know that it's there, But I would say it's relatively safe in the way. Let's see. I've never been to Israel, Bible Land. Yeah. If you can get to Israel, I would recommend that you do. It's a wonderful place. There's so much to see and a lot to do, and it's a beautiful place. Fly Guy says, I'll be coming to Israel soon, Tel Aviv, then Jerusalem the end of this month. I contact your friend Levy about doing a tour for me and a friend, but he is booked. Oh, yeah, he has a tour agency, and so he might be able to refer you to different tour guides. But yeah, keep trying. Levy's amazing. He's quite literally my guy best friend. Love him to pieces. I always recommend him to you guys. We should probably do another collab at some point, right? We should probably get him to do another YouTube live. If you guys want that from him, tell him. It's just that he's so busy. But yeah, we always enjoy coming to you guys with like videos. So if you want that, you can tell him. Amir the Cricket. Hi from Israel. Where are you from? I'm from Jerusalem area. Let's see. Monica asked, how is your family doing? And is your sister and her husband enjoying their trip? I hope they are. Yeah, my family's doing well. My little nephew, Gabriel, has his first birthday that we're going to celebrate for him tomorrow. He's the cutest thing. He is so sweet. Really, he's just a little, I could eat him, like he's just the sweetest. And he grew up so fast. It's already a year. So it's very exciting to celebrate my little nephew. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And yeah, my sister and her husband are really enjoying. They're in South America, and so they're just traveling in different places and sending all the pictures and videos. And yeah, I'm very happy that they could get out of here for a bit because it's intense here. And my brother-in-law was in reserves for a long time, so that was very hard. I'm just saying hi to all the people. Hi from Polska. Oh, cool. Nice to see you. Shalom, everyone. Hi, David. Marit says, I drastically reduced my alcohol consume and I just take a few shots a day, but I'm not getting drunk anymore. Yes! Moritz, we love you here. So happy to hear that. Everyone just clap for Moritz. It's really a great accomplishment. I think it's hard to, admit when we have, a challenge or addiction, alcoholism, stuff like that. But once you are aware of it and you're asking for help, you have a community that stands beside you. And to reduce even your alcohol consumption is just amazing. So, really good on you. Everyone say, good job, Marie. It's really good job. Emil says the Holocaust survivors will disappear in the next decade. Yeah, that is going to happen. There is relatively still quite a lot living. So I think that we try to preserve, all of their memories before they leave, but it's definitely a difficult thing. Shalom from India. Nice. I love that you're here. Thank you so much. Kratos loves you. You guys are amazing. I love that you're here. Do you recommend moving to Israel from Hungary in 2 years, or is it not worth it? That's a really good question. I think that I always think it's worth it. That's one. That's the first thing that I'll say. But you have to be committed to living here. I don't know if you say that you're like, I'm assuming that you are a Jew that can actually move here and make aliyah. I think that it's always worth it, but you just have to count the cost, because there's a cost to not living here and there's a cost to living here. And you just have to be okay with paying the price, because living here is not easy and it's not for the weak of heart, but you can develop strength. And so if you are doubting maybe your ability to survive in this land, I would say just commit to it and keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, and just don't give up. Just don't give up. Be here, be committed, learn the language, be a part of society, integrate yourself. I'd say it's always worth it. Let's see. There's some people that are not worthy of being on this chat, so we're gonna say goodbye to you. Someone says, stay safe, sis. Thank you so much. I feel safe, for sure. Good morning from Australia. Happy that we have Australia over here. Oh, Amir the Cricket. Oh, Jerusalem area. I thought for a second you were a tourist. Erev Tov. I'm definitely not a tourist. So a bit of my background. My mom is a tzabarit. She's a sabra, which means that she was born here, grew up here, and my father was American. And so I grew up in the States till I was like 8.5, and then we moved back here. And so technically my mom is not an Ola Chadasha, right? But I am. And so we spoke Hebrew, like my mom spoke to us in Hebrew when I was a kid, but when we moved here, it wasn't enough for me to like actually speak the language. So, you're thrusted into school and you learn pretty quickly. But my life is here. I'm Jewish Israeli, and I've lived in England for a bit as an adult, and I also lived in the States as an adult. But Israel is definitely my home. So Israel Zabayit. It's cool to have another Israeli here. Just reading some of your comments. Italian Stallion TV, shalom, new subscriber. That makes me so happy. I love new subscribers here. Always say hi, guys. Even if I'm not able to always respond to all the comments, like not just here, like in general. But don't take it personally. It's just I'm realizing that the more the channel grows, the less able I am to answer all the comments, because I quite literally used to answer every single comment. And now it's not so possible because life and overwhelm. But it doesn't mean that I'm not grateful for you guys. I'm extremely grateful for you guys, and I'm so happy you're here. Hi from Trinidad. Yay. Fly Guys 7500. Any good apps or websites to find a host family for Shabbat? That's a good question. I don't know if there's an app. If not, they should create one. But you can probably there might be different community things like Secret Tel Aviv or Secret Jerusalem or stuff like that. There are families that host for a cost. I guess they make business off of it, or they just ask you to pay for the food. But Israel is very hospitable.
So sometimes I'll see like on different groups on Facebook, people say, hey, I don't have where to do the Chag, like the holiday or Shabbat. Can someone host me? I'll bring something. And people will just open up their house to this, stranger that at the end of the evening, you're not a stranger anymore. And yeah, Israel is very hospitable in that way. So yeah, find your community within Israel, you know? David Schwartz, have you heard of So Be It and the Messianic Evangelist channel? Actually, yesterday I bumped into Jeff Morgan. I watch So Be It once in a while, not every single time, not every single video, but I bumped into him, which is pretty cool. And there's a cop here saying hello. I bumped into him like on the street and said hi because I'm just like, hi, we're sort of from the same field, and I just wanted to introduce myself. And I also asked him for advice, how does he do what he does? And he gave me good advice. He was like, obedience, just be obedient to what God is telling you. So I thought that was, pretty good, solid advice. So yes, I am aware of their channel. I think that he does a great job at being just gentle-hearted when he speaks to people, and I think that that's a beautiful thing. Someone here says Shalom Artzot Habrit. Artzot Habrit it's basically another name for this, like the states, right? But it says Artzot is like states or countries. Habrit is of the covenant. And so that's something I'm in a little bit of a funny place. I stopped at a funny place here. Because I'm technically in the middle of a road. So maybe I'll put my blinkers on. I don't really know where to stop here. Anyways, I just put my blinkers on. Maybe this isn't really smart because there are cops behind me. So what we'll do is, you guys, I'm going to put you here. Wait. I'm going to put you guys here, and I'm going to we're gonna drive for a second. We're gonna
Can actually be like on a place where I can actually stop at and not just in the middle of a road. So that's what we're gonna do. You guys are just coming with me for a ride. Look at that. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna stop here. The lighting is just a little bit different, but you guys can still see me nonetheless.
So that's okay. We're fine. We're gonna do this. And maybe I just need a little bit of fresh air. There we go.
Yay.
Oops. You guys are so flexible. I'm doing these random things with you, and you still stick around for it. Vivian says, when people ask me if Israel was safe, I will always reply with yes, 100%. I have been to Israel 5 times already, and despite the threats coming from Gaza rockets, I never felt unsafe or uneasy. I think that's pretty accurate. It's funny because I don't want to freak people out in the sense of like to pretend that there isn't a war here. We were at war, and we've been at war in different times, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not safe. So there is sort of like a real difference there. Let's see. Recommend a movie. That's a good one. What movie would I recommend? It depends what you like. What have I even watched recently? I haven't watched a lot of movies recently. I feel like I watched one in the movie theater called, I think it's called like a Big Bold Beautiful Adventure, something like that. It's with Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. Colin I don't remember what his name is, but I thought it was pretty like clean and decent, and it was shot really beautifully. It came out in cinema like just recently, so I'd actually recommend that one. Joe says, the only thing I would dislike about Israel is the dry climate. I prefer wetter, lesser climates. I understand that. I mean, I love my desert, but I mean, it is, you know, it's hot. And for the most part, in this area, it's dry. When you go to the coast, I do not like it. It's just super humid, and I'd rather dry. And it's also actually it's November now, and I'm like in short sleeves. You see this? Like, it should not be this way. It should be cooling down. Mr. Yosef from Somalia. Hi. So happy you're here. Hoping that you're staying safe yourself. Someone says, I would move for an Israeli guy. I'm not Jewish. I've never been there. Thank you for the advice. Oh, well, maybe you'll find an Israeli guy. But I would say, um, like for me, as far as like, I would have to, if someone came from abroad, and like he would have to like live here because he wants to live here, not just because of me. Because this place can eat you up and spit you out, and you wouldn't even know where it came from. Because it's a difficult country to live in many ways, but it's very, very rewarding, and it's a beautiful country, and it has a lot of benefits to it. So I would say, they have to be very committed. Let's see. Hi from Brazil. Hi, Brazil. So happy you're here. Someone says, I have a very good friend in Israel who I love very much. She is from Ramat Gan, and I love and respect her so much. I'm planning to visit her as soon as I can. It's so nice to have friends in different countries, right? That's wonderful. Do you like the climate? I do. I prefer drier climate than not. It's nice to get a break to go up north, once in a while. I don't get to do it often, but yes. Someone's telling me I'm a Mossad agent. Okay. Why would a Mossad agent have a vlog and talk about their whole life online? I don't know why. Oh, hi, I'm listening from Kenya, and I love Israel and pray for her on a daily basis. And I'm also a new subscriber. Yay! That makes me so happy. Hope that you're staying safe yourself in Kenya, and I'm so happy that you're praying for Israel. We definitely need a lot of prayer. Just looking at my screen for a second. Shalom from UK. Hi, Joseph. This person, I think we're going to remove because I don't like that. Let's see, where am I? Oh, Monica says, I keep looking to hype your channel. So that your YouTube will push your channel and you should see you can do it. That's very nice of you. I'm not a very good self-promoter. So if you guys want to promote the vlog, please do, because I'm not super good at it. Do you drive on the opposite side of the road than America? No, we drive on the same side of the road. I actually did drive in the UK, and it was very terrifying for me. I don't know that I'd want to do it again. Let's see. Someone's talking about genocide of Palestinians. I don't think that there is a genocide. That's one. Because if there was a genocide, there would be no living Palestinian either in Gaza or the West Bank or in Israel, which 2 million of them live in Israel. So no, there is no genocide. There is a war. I'm actually safe here. I'm not in an unsafe area at all. Let's see. You guys are talking about the car. Thank God this little car brings me places. But yes, it is a bit of an older car. After dinner, did you get a kitty bag for Buttercup? You know what? No, but that could have been a really good idea. Buddy's having the time of his life, eating at all the neighbors' houses. I don't even know where he goes. And then when he gets home, he acts like he's hungry. I'm like, you are not hungry. I know. Is it easy to make friend or have community in Israel? I think it just depends. Uh, I mean, it's multifaceted, right? So like it depends on your how much you make an effort. Depends on where you're living. It depends on the groups that you're trying to integrate yourself into. I would say, generally speaking, if you try to seek community, you'll find it. Just be open, say yes to things, go to places, find people with mutual hobbies. I think Israelis are very not only hospitable, but they're like people persons. I don't know how you say that, but people like to hang out and they like to do things together. And Israel is very much uh, like the culture is very much togetherness and being together and family and stuff like that. So I would say just make an effort if you want to actually have community here. Milady, hi Michal. I think you're probably talking about my comment earlier about like a man or living in Israel. I'll take one as long as he is a believer. Yes, absolutely. Walking with Abraham says, so I have definitely grown closer to Jesus, but I have to be honest, I often find myself falling more on the side of James and what I would interpret as a more Jewish doctrine than modern church. I mean, first of all, that makes sense because Yeshua, Jesus, is a Jew, forever will be, and all of his disciples were too. Um, I understand if you are not a Jew, that you didn't grow up maybe with the traditions or culture. But I think the church would do well to embrace the Jewishness of Yeshua. It matters, he is Israel and part of this tribe of Israel, and you can't separate his Jewishness from himself. And so I think when people try to do that, they lose a part of him, and I think that that's very sad. So I completely understand what you're saying. Just catching up on some of your messages. Joe says, I have heard your Aliyah board denies Messianic Jews largely. I just talked about this quite literally tonight, and the answer to that is yes. So if you're trying to make Aliyah as a Messianic Jew, you have to move with extreme caution because it is not easy to make Aliyah as a Messianic Jew. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. That is wonderful. Hey, from Germany and from Texas. Yay! I love this. I don't know what this person is doing, so I'm going to remove them from the chat because that's irrelevant to what we're doing now. You guys are so, so sweet. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Someone asked, do you want to get married to Jewish or other nation? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me as long as they are a believer, a follower of Yeshua, want to live here and raise our children as Messianic Jews. And yeah, and he has a pure heart. That's what I'm looking for. Joe says, I love learning about Jesus in the Old Testament and so connect with his physical ministry. Yeah, I think people don't recognize that Yeshua is already seen. Jesus is already seen in the Old Testament. He comes, I don't know if every time, but many times as the angel of the Lord. And he's definitely not hidden from those who want to find him. So I would say if you want Yeshua, you can find him. Someone asked, do you know how the kibbutzes are coming along? Like, are they rebuilding? Are the people moving back? I think every kibbutz is probably different. Some of them have torn down whole neighborhoods and rebuilt. Some of them have like renovated. Some of them keep the houses as a, like, not to say a memory, but like almost like a living, like not a living museum, but like as evidence, like this actually happened to us, So I think it's up to the kibbutzim to decide what they're going to do with those houses. And some of the hostages came back, and of course they don't have a house anymore. And so it's really, really complex because people that live in kibbutzim are very, very, very dedicated to the kibbutz lifestyle and for building Israel. And so how do you actually go back and live in the place of your trauma? You've had your family murdered, or you were kidnapped, or they were taken hostage, or it's just they've seen atrocities that most will never know about. And so I think each kibbutz and each person decides. Some are like, I'll never come back, and some are like, we will come back and we will rebuild. So it's complicated. Amir says Jews don't see Jesus as the Messiah. That's true. But most respect Jesus and aware that he was one of the greatest. Yeah, I think a lot of Jews just think that he was a good man or maybe a type of prophet, but they don't think that he is deity or that he is the Messiah. I also just think it's due to the fact that they don't know messianic prophecy from the Old Testament, right? So they don't even know how to relate who the Messiah is and how he looks like. And so I think that that's very true. It's complex. Do you think that anti-Semitism will ever end? At the end of times, it will, but not during our lifetime span of the earth. No. Michal, Oriel, I've been enjoying your playlist on Spotify. Me and other regular subscriber are now following you there. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. I probably need to add more songs there. For the most part, they're like songs that have to do with God, but just like not messianic music or Christian music. So I'm happy that you are enjoying that. That's really cool. Walking with Abraham says, thank you so much for a wonderful explanation on Jesus and Jewishness, but so many churches do lose that. It's hard to connect fully with Christians. But that's why I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's we live in a world where they really did forget that Yeshua is a Jew, and they just don't really know what to do with that part of him. But I think that if you explore that part of him, you'll get a depth that you didn't have before. So I would encourage people to adventure in the heart of God, you know? David says, I had a tourism assignment and I chose Israel as an example. That's so cool. I love that. Now that I know Levi, I tour like more in a sense because I get to go places with him and places that usually you wouldn't be able to go, places that are maybe dangerous. He doesn't ever put me in danger, like specifically. He goes and he vets the places to make sure that he can take me there. But yeah, it's the like our history is undeniable. Is what I'm saying. Like all the things that you read in the Bible, it's here. Even if you don't agree with the spiritual side of it, the physical places are here, and so it's completely evident that we've been here for thousands of years, and it is our homeland. It's a story for another day. Dum-dum-dum. Do you think Israel will allow Jews to relive in parts of Gaza when the war is over? I don't know. Gaza is a mess right now. It's like such a huge percentage of it is destroyed, and it'll take, what did they say, like 2 decades to try and rebuild it? I don't even know. I have no idea. I've heard people express that they would live there if they could. But right now, it's not such a really nice place to live in. Edward says, I love your prayer video. I'm so happy. Yeah, the prayer video, I just wanted to be honest in it and how I pray, and people can join if they want. You guys can look at the latest vlog that I put out. That was the prayer video vlog. Outstretched arm. You say, we'll be in Jerusalem in a couple of weeks. I thank you, Oriel, for helping me from broken heart, which helped me get off of the drugs. Yay, I'm so happy. That makes me so happy to hear. Honestly, just keep clinging to God, keep finding community, keep finding strength in community, and just continue on. Don't give up. You're doing very well to not give up. Does Israel get any winter weather? Yes, we haven't had rain, and we desperately need rain, so you guys can pray for rain if you're praying people. But yeah, it's not, we don't have, sometimes we'll have like, up north you'll get, snow, especially like in the Hermon area, right? It snows there, but it's not, our winters are not always extremely strong. Like it just depends, but we really do need rain. Oh, sorry guys, I'm getting tired. I might go home in a bit. You guys are so nice to me. I wish you with all my heart that you'll find true love. Thank you. Me too. I want to find true love as well. It's very hard to find in this circumstances of being a Messianic Jew and living in Israel, and you think to yourself, who wants to actually live here? It is not easy. Let me tell you, I have a lot of extremely eligible single girlfriends, and it's I don't understand why we're all still single. There's quite literally a deficit in men, and it's, you can feel it. Have you ever seen The Passion of the Christ? Do you find it anti-Semitic? Do I find it anti-Semitic? No. And I've watched The Passion of the Christ quite a few times. I don't see it as anti-Semitic. I mean, I don't know which part you would be referring to, but I have seen it. I think it's a great movie, and it really does show what he went through for us. So I think that it's amazing. Someone says, I'm an ex-Muslim. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm happy. I'm honestly, all religions are welcome on this channel. Like, I hope that you guys know that. I personally am a Messianic Jew, meaning a Jew that follows Yeshua. I believe in him as the Messiah of Israel, but you do not have to be the same to be on this channel. So you're completely welcomed here. Hi, Ken's World. Shabbat Shalom to you as well. Emma says communion is based on Passover, but it's not a focus, and it really should be in Christian churches. I mean, yeah, technically, I should do some research about really like the development of that. Am I in Israel right now? Yes, I am. Aloha from Alvin, Texas. I don't think I've ever been to Alvin, but you're definitely welcome here. Let's see. Do you think Gentiles that are true followers of Yeshua will reign alongside their Jewish brothers with Yeshua from Yerushalayim when he comes back? What's the main messianic stance on that? I mean, it does say that we will be rulers of cities, and it doesn't specify whether or not that's from, if you're a Jew or a Gentile. So I don't think that it's limited to that. But I think, the fact that forgiveness is given to the whole world and the Holy Spirit is given to the whole world, I think that it also says that the nations will come up to Jerusalem. In Zechariah 14, it says that. So I feel like there will be much more of a peaceful cooperation between all of us, and there'll be more peace between nations, and a lot of healing between nations, because there are wars between neighboring countries, right? And there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in that area. So I will hope that we will be able to reign and rule in the responsibilities that we have together in peace. Let's see. Yes, you guys are praying for rain. Absolutely amazing. You guys are the best. Someone says my brother is single. There's not a deficit of men, someone says. I feel like there sort of is in my environment, at least. Especially after the war, we used to have a lot more. Well, here's what also happened. We had COVID, right? And so tourists wouldn't come here because no one was allowed in and out of the country in that way. And then a little time went by to recover. Then we had the war. And so the Messianic Jewish body here is very small. We're only 20,000 strong. And there's Christians that live here and like they volunteer or they work here, but it's sort of the same people, right? It doesn't always, like during that time, there wasn't like a rotation or a lot of new people coming. So I would say that in my environment, there's definitely a deficit. Yes, I did hear that Mel Gibson is making a sequel. I'd love to see that when that comes out. Let's see. Michal says, deficit in godly men worldwide, I'm afraid. I wish for that to not be true. Let's see. pray for your future husband, even if you don't know who he is yet. I think that that's really important to do. It's a good reminder. Kratos loves you. Ah, I love this. Do you like the New Jerusalem Version Bible? What is that Bible? What version is that? I like any version that is closest to the original. So I think that there's a place for like new versions that help people understand, but there's a lot that gets lost in it. And yet, I'm aware of the fact that people. Sorry. I'm tired. I'm aware of the fact that people. There's different types of people in the world, and that some of them find other versions easier to understand or to help them grow closer to God. So I can't say that I'm entirely against, these new translations or stuff like that, but if you can stay closer to the original, I think it's better. I've heard that the King James is closest to the original in English that you can get to, and in Hebrew it's Derich. So I think that as long as you're reading the Bible and you're wanting to grow close to God, I think that you should at least read. Someone says, I'm an Orthodox Christian and was so happy when I visited Jerusalem and seen all the places from the history. And I can't wait to visit again. That city has my heart and love always. Oh, guys, did I tell you? Okay, so some of you might be following on Instagram, some of you have not. But I'm staying in the old city soon for like about 2 weeks. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. I don't know how it's going to look like entirely, but I feel like it's important for me to do. I have lived in Jerusalem in city center. I've lived in 3 apartments there, but I haven't lived in the old city ever in that way. Well, stayed. I'll call it stayed. So I'm going to do that soon. And I feel like the reason for it is that I think God wants me to understand how he loves his people and all the people in Jerusalem, right? Like, it's not just Jews. There's a mix, and the old city specifically has an insane mix of, it's 4 different quarters. So you have the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, the Jewish quarter, and the Armenian quarter, and it's such an intense little bubble of a place. And so to actually stay there for a while and sleep there inside the city walls is going to be very interesting. And I'm going to try and document as much of it as I can. And so you guys are welcome to follow along. If you guys want, you can go to Instagram and follow me there. I'm on the same name as I am here on YouTube, so Oriel in Israel. And you can see there are more things that I publish daily. So like old city content, you'll get more and stuff like that. Let's see. I think you need to become a tour guide to Christian college groups that come to Israel. Then maybe you'll meet someone. That is a sweet idea. I'm not knowledgeable enough to be a tour guide. You have to go through a very, very, very difficult course of 2 years. And I heard yesterday that only 50% of people pass this exam test. And so these people that actually make it, they're very smart people, very intelligent. I do not know that I can compete, but who knows? Who knows how I'll meet him, right? And thank you for all of you that said that you're praying for my future husband. That's really nice. Hi from Canada. You're welcome here. Never been to Canada. Yes, the old city, fun times. I am looking forward to it for sure. Michal says, is the neighborhood you recently visited with Idon near the old city? Not really. So, where Idon and I basically went to Abu Ghosh. It's an Arab village that's sort of beyond Jerusalem, let's just say if I'm driving towards Tel Aviv. And I used to work near there, and we would go into Abu Ghosh all the time for buying stuff and eating there and stuff like that. It's called Abu Ghosh, ABU, and then GOSH, Abu Ghosh. And they're very friendly, and it's much cheaper to buy things there, and it's really nice. We had Middle Eastern breakfast, if you will, which basically means it's like more salty and savory than anything else. Hi from Mississippi. Hi, you're welcome here. Yeah, the food on that vlog looked so good. I wanted to jump through the screen and start eating. Yeah, it's very good and it's very healthy. And you feel good in your body after you eat it. You don't feel yucky and you don't feel like you just ate a whole bunch of like carbs, like empty carbs, or like a lot of sugar that, it brings you up like this, but then you have a sugar crash and you're at work and it doesn't feel good. So yeah, it feels so much more better to the body. Someone says, always praying for Israel. Yay. John Boyd says, architecture from the old city, if you can. I enjoy it. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try to take as many pictures as I can and post them. Let's see. Up, I finally got to the end of the comments. Usually I just talk your guys' ears off and then we sort of make it to the end. Guys, I'm actually shocked, like, from the fact that this is an open to the public live and we barely had any, like, disturbances. It's almost like we're doing just a normal live. And that's pretty cool. I like this. Is food in Israel more healthy and generally? I would say so. I mean, look, when you go to the supermarket, a lot of these things they have preservatives, right? But like I think people more or less like to eat healthy, and the Mediterranean diet is pretty healthy either way. Emma says, I cooked shakshuka today for the first time. It was tasty. Yes. Guys, shakshuka is very yummy. So basically, you take like a pan, like a skillet or something, and you can either make the tomato sauce yourself or just buy pre-made tomato sauce, put whatever herbs inside that you want, sort of get that nice and warm, and then you make these little dimples within the sauce, and you crack open an egg, or eggs, however many you want. I like to put in the tomato sauce, I actually like to red bell peppers, really yummy. So if you can do that, and you do like onion, red bell peppers, some people even do potatoes inside their shakshuka, which is an interesting thing. It's okay, but I don't like the combination that much. And then you put that on, and a lot of people will put cheese on top. And then you close the lid, and you sort of make, you can make it as cooked, the eggs, like to the degree that you want. And then people will make they'll have like challah bread. So like it's very much like a Shabbat morning, thing that you have actually time to make your shakshuka. Then you take your challah and you can toast it and eat it. Yeah, shakshuka is very yummy. I love food. Michal says, I've cut out most sugars, so that meal is right up my alley. It's good to cut out unhealthy sugars. There's so much sugar in the processed food anyways. You're already getting sugar. So it's good to try to cut it out as much as we can. Reason for hope. Hi, I'm so happy that you're here. Walking with Abram says, my dream is to eat hummus and labana in Jerusalem. What a dream come true. Or Tel Aviv. That beach seems so beautiful. It is. It's a really lovely beach, like all over the coastline, Tel Aviv and other places as well. Let's see. William says, I discovered shakshuka when I went to Israel several years ago. Yeah, shakshuka is a good one. I should actually make shakshuka. You guys are inspiring me. John says, your husband's going to have a belly. Maybe. Oriel cooking show incoming. Oh, goodness. I don't know that you guys actually want that. Oh, guys, I'm getting tired and I'm trying to go to sleep early. Yesterday I went to sleep pretty late I was helping a friend do something, and so by the time I actually went to sleep it was sort of late, but it was worth it. It's completely worth it. And I do it again. So it's almost 12 here, so I should probably try to go to sleep. But I've loved this live with you guys, and I'm so shocked because this is a public live, and for the most part, it's just been us. Unless the settings change somehow and they allow you to do only for subscriber lives, which is pretty much what this feels like. But yeah, I am really grateful for you guys, and Tomorrow is little Gabrieli's first birthday, so I'm looking forward to that. So I should probably sleep so I can be available for that. Oh, you're saying it looks light outside my window? It's nighttime. You can see the reflection. It's nighttime outside. I'm just outside an area that's relatively well lit. You guys want a cooking show? Guys, I wouldn't be able to. I'm I don't think I would be good at that. And I think that some people are much better at being cooks than I am. But it's very sweet of you guys. Now I want shakshuka. Anywho, I love you guys. I'm gonna say goodnight and drive home. But I want to say thank you for being here. You guys are the absolute sweetest and the bestest in the whole wide world. And I'm just really grateful for you guys. I love you guys too. I love you guys so very much. You are the best. You're the best of the best. Just going to stick around for one more second to say goodbye. I'm Monica. I will drive safely. I always drive safely. I try. Shalom, shalom, Eliyahu ben Israel. Oh, cool. Hi, Mark from England. Emma, you're always the best, Emma. We love you. Reason for hope, praying. Sweet dreams. Shabbat shalom. Message us when you get home. Cook for soldiers, get a husband, and make people happy. That's a cool idea. Hi, Joe. You said pray for us, for me anyway. Please, kind of struggling. Love you. I'm going to pray right now. I don't know what you're struggling with, but God, I'm asking that you would help. I don't know if your name is actually Joe, but help Joe in every way that he needs. Give him peace of mind and quiet in his heart, quiet down his thoughts. Help him with confidence that things will turn out for the better, that things will be okay. And I'm asking that anything that is confusing in life will be dispelled. I ask God that you would be his anchor, his strong tower, his safe place, that he knows that he can run into you and he will be safe. Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. I'll try to remember that that's your name and not Joe. Yes, people are standing in agreement for Joe. Have a safe drive home. Thank you so much, Sameh. Amen. Guys, I pray for you also right now, all of us, that God will give us a good day or night, wherever you are, that we will be people of courage and of valor, that we would be trustworthy, that we'll be found trustworthy with people's hearts in whatever way God shows us how to love those that are hard to love and those who are easy to love. For anyone who's struggling to find a job, I pray, God, that you would open up the opportunities for them to have a job that helps them to live in dignity. And for all of the hidden struggles that people have, people passing away, friendship conflict, dilemmas and things that they don't know what to do with, I ask, God, that you would guide them and keep them in the ways of justice so that they'll be in your will, God. I'm asking for your will to be done in their life. B'Shem Yeshua. Amen. Okay, lovelies. I'm tired and I'm going to drive home and I'm going to go to sleep. But I love you guys, and I truly love you guys. Okay, I'm